Hello and welcome to this video. Now in this video, we are going to discuss about variables in the Java programming language. So variables are one of the most fundamental concepts of any programming language out there. Now variables are used to represent values that may be changed in the program. Okay. Now basically what variable does, like they are used for representing data of a certain type. Alright, so in Java, in order to use a variable, you declare it by telling the compiler its name as well as what type of data it can store. And the variable declaration tells the compiler to allocate appropriate memory space for the variable based on its data type. Okay, so in Java there is a specific syntax of declaring a variable. Okay, so let me show you. So here is my IntelliJ IDE. So let me just delete all this piece of code. Okay, so I have created a file named as main.java. Okay, so every Java file has an extension of .java. Now every Java file have a class block and a method block. So the class block is like public class and the name of the class. All right, so then the rule is the name of the class should be the name of the Java file. Okay, so now we use let me show you once again. So we use these two pair of curly braces to represent a block. Now in programming, a block means like it's separate some of the programming contents inside these two curly braces. Alright, so if I would press enter over here, you can see there's an indentation in my second line, and the curly braces have have came to the third line. So in Java, we have to declare another block inside our class block, which is known as the main method block, or you can say simply the method block. Okay, so the main method goes like public static void main. Inside the regular, or you can say the round brackets, you have to specify the string args. Okay, and we will use again a two pair of curly braces to represent this method block. All right, so now I would teach you about variables and data. I'm sorry, this tutorial is only about variables, and it will also cover data types also. All right, okay. Now in order to declare a variable in Java, you have to like say I have a variable a which have a value of 5. Alright, so in order to declare this variable in Java, you have to say that int, which represents that the variable will hold only integer value. Okay, so let me just give the variable name as a. Alright, equals, which holds a value of 5, and we will terminate this statement with a semicolon. So in Java, after declaring a variable, or you can say after writing the system.out.println, okay, so you have to terminate each and every statement by using this semicolon. All right. Now, in order to print the value of variable in our console, you have to say system.out.println, okay, and say and write a. So if I would run it, so you can click over here or press Ctrl Shift F10 if you are running the file for the first time. Alright, you can see the output is 5. Okay, so this is like example of an integer variable. Now I would say you a double variable. So double variable is like the number is separated with the help of a decimal point. Okay, so let me show you. Double D equals 45.892. All right, so this is a double variable. Okay, so this whole number is separated by this decimal point. Also, or you can say that 892 is separated by a decimal point from 45. Okay, so this way of representation of a number determines that it's a double value. Okay, now you have to print like without writing this whole statement, which is known as system.out.println. In IntelliJ, there is a shortcut for writing this statement. Like you have to simply say SOUT and press tab. Okay, and I would say D, and again press Shift and F10. So you can see the value is 45.892. Now in Java we have also the concept of floating point numbers. So let me just declare a float numbers. I would say float f equals 32.4. Alright, now in Java, if you want to declare a floating point number, you have to, like, after giving the value to the variable, you have to write either a small case f or an uppercase f and then terminate it. So if you don't write this uppercase f or small case f, so it will throw you an error. You can see it's saying that cast to float. All right, so it's saying that this is the way of representing a double variable. So in order to use a float one, you have to write a small case f or a uppercase f and print system.println f. Okay, now you can see shift F10 and the value is 32.4. Okay, now this f will be not printed in the console window. This is like the way of representing a float, or you can say the rule of representation of a float number. All right, so this is the syntax. Okay, now you can also like declare a string, a variable, like I would say string name equals Frank, terminate it and write SOUT and say my my name is, using string concatenation, type name. All right, so string concatenation is like basically concatenating a string with this variable. So I joined this variable to this string, so the output will be my name is Frank. So let us run it and you can see my name is Frank. All right, so like this was a video about how to declare and use variables in Java. All right, so thank you for watching. See you in the next video.